As the 2025 Atlantic hurricane season reaches its peak, St. Lucia's National Emergency Management Organization, Nemo, is urging residents to prepare for adverse weather. Acting Director Princess Kodra emphasizes that disaster can strike at any time and residents must learn from past events that caught many unprepared.
We are now in September, which traditionally September and October mark the peak of the hurricane season in terms of activity. I know many people are looking for November, which is the end. However, we urge citizens, we cannot let our guard down at any time.
Kodra highlights that the most important preparatory tip is a family plan. Residents are reminded to have a plan in place for all members of the family, including children and the elderly.
History has taught us that Hurricane Lenny, for example, was in December, and even outside of the season, I don't think any of us will forget the Christmas Eve trough. Preparedness is the key. I urge all citizens to continue to be prepared, to be vigilant.
With weather conditions constantly changing, residents are urged to stay alert and ensure that they get information from authoritative sources.
To listen, to follow official advice, weather advice from the St. Lucia Met Services. You can go on their online site and you can get the current weather reports, which comes out 3 times a day. Through Nemo, you can follow any of our social platforms, including our WhatsApp channel, which would give you timely official information. It is important that you rely on the official sources rather than hearsay or just information which may be inaccurate circulating on social media.
Recently, attention turned to a developing tropical system in the Atlantic that, if fully formed, would have been named Gabrielle. However, the National Hurricane Center downgraded its chances of development to just 20% due to unfavorable conditions, particularly dry air. While the system may still bring some moisture to the Lesser Antilles, the likelihood of it becoming a named storm has decreased. Kodra is reminding families of one key preparedness tip that should be top priority.
To prepare your family emergency plans, that every member of the family is aware of their nearest shelters, the safest route to get there, that you have your grab-and-go bags prepared with essentials for each member of the family for a period of 3 days, which is the recommended time. And in those bags, we urge persons as well, not just your clothing and such and food, which is what we tend to think about, but do not forget medication, which is extremely important, as well as your documents, important documents that you don't want to lose. Digitize them, take a photo, send it to yourself via email, put it in your cloud storage, and carry them with you in the event that you have to evacuate. God has been really good to us, and we are very grateful for that. The season has been quiet so far, although last week, along with Met Services, we were watching an area of disturbance. Thank God it did not pan out to our detriment. It has dissipated, and we were spared that eventuality. But we urge persons, do not let your guard down. We are approaching the traditional peak of the season, which is September and October.
Residents are reminded that preparedness is their first line of defense against powerful natural disasters.